Hey.
Hi, you guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Both of the lights are red. I just want to say
Welcome
that
back to
right at the top of this episode.
Alina's supposed to be looking at the red light, and she's looking at two red lights. Today is crazy at Awkward Stage, the podcast.
Hi.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Alina.
And we're your hosts.
And you are the cringies. We have just decided we're going to call you cringies.
You're the cringy.
For today, until we have decided what we're going to call our listeners.
Well, for today, it's cringies. Today, we're really excited because we have an incredible guest who I am a huge fan of.
Obsessed.
And have been for a long time, not in a creepy way.
Okay, calm down.
Creator, artist, content creator, TikToker, Tyler, a.k.a. Ghost Honey.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
It's an honor and a privilege.
I listened to an interview with someone, and I can't remember who. Oh, it was on the show Z-Way, and she was like, I always just say you're welcome because I don't like when they say back, thank you for being here. Thank you for having me. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
You're
welcome. I'm here.
And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah. That's okay. We can say whatever we want because it's our podcast.
It's your show. You can do whatever you want.
I'm just going to tell you why I'm obsessed with you.
Please do.
Because your videos are really unique and really specific and really random, and I never know where you're going next.
Thank
Yes.
you. I don't either.
Yeah, it's great storytelling.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
And the plants.
And the plants, yes.
Thank you.
I recently, I don't want to bring the mood down right at the top of this podcast, but I recently went through a little bit of like a depression. You know, I think we can talk about it these days. You know, it's like normal. Everyone goes through depressions, right?
Awkward. Alina's
and I was,
oopsie.
And I was thinking about, I was going through this phase where I was like, do I need more of an edge? Should I like get bangs and like I was thinking about getting a tattoo, and like literally I was considering it. I was like looking it up, making a little Pinterest board with like minimalist tattoos and looking up like haircuts that are just like are crazy, honestly. And then I came across your TikTok, your very recent TikTok, where you were like,
yesterday.
I was thinking about cutting some bangs, or you were like, I did get some bangs and I did get a tattoo. Is it because I had a little bit of a depression going on? Yes, it is. And it was
But also, I wanted attention. It can be both. It's 2022.
Yes,
No,
exactly.
I go through that in my head all the time too, of like, am I too boring?
Yeah, same.
Like, am I just a regular girl?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the answer is yes, but I'm too afraid to do anything about it.
Do you have any tattoos?
No, I feel like I was terrified to get tattoos because, like, since I was little, I always wanted to be an actress, and everyone would tell you, like, well, if you get tattoos, you're never going to get a job as an actress. And I really internalized that, and it's just so incredibly untrue. I feel like...
Look at Pete Davidson.
Right.
They just
he's
covered
an
his
amazing
whole body.
actress.
He's a beautiful actress. Covered in tattoos.
No, I mean, it's just not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, people are on TV with tattoos now,
Yes,
and it's not weird. It's actually cool.
But it used to be like you have to stay as like moldable as possible so
Right.
that they can decide for you your like image and everything. And now it's
the
turning more
opposite,
into like authenticity and like who are you and what can you bring to the role.
Right.
So
I still have
tattoos
that in my mind too. Like,
Yeah.
I got a tattoo 2 days ago, and I was like, I can't be on TV anymore. And I'm like, wait, no, it's fine.
Meanwhile, you have a whole sleeve.
I'm like, covered.
You had a tattoo yesterday? Is that what you said?
Like 2 days ago.
two
yeah.
days.
Where did you get it?
I got this little jack-o'-lantern
Oh.
with a witch's hat and a kitty cat.
Oh, I love
Wait,
that.
as
Yeah.
someone who's never gotten a tattoo, I always assume that when you first get a tattoo, it's like bloody and gross.
And you have to put like
So-
foil over it.
Funny thing, I never wanted tattoos. I used to be terrified of tattoos. Even temporary tattoos would make me cry when I was a little kid. I don't know why. I was just like really
those-
scared of them.
Like those little
Like you put a washcloth
yeah.
and take it off. And then I remember like one time we were at I was going to say theme park, but it was Graceland, Elvis's home. And my dad and sister, same thing. My dad and sister got like airbrush tattoos, and I was like sobbing. I was like, how could you do that to your body? Do you have no self-respect? And then I remember when my sisters both turned 18, they both got tattoos. And so when I turned 18, my mom was like, do you want to get a tattoo? And I was like, well, I guess, because I want to be cooler than them. So I
Yeah.
got 2 tattoos. And then I was like, I don't like being asymmetrical. I'm just going to keep getting them until I feel balanced out.
Yeah. I think that's my sister is the same way. She got tattoos when she was like 18, and now she has a whole sleeve, and like it's all just like random stuff that kind of fits together. But she said the same thing. It's kind of like you start and you can like not stop once you do. But your mom's really cool then about that.
Oh,
She's
she
like,
took me to my
tattoo?
first tattoo appointment. She was like, let's skip school and I'll take you to get tattoos.
Wait.
And now we have matching tattoos. So
What's your
love
matching
your mom.
What's your matching mom tattoo?
it's on the back of my neck. It's like a like an Art Deco 1920s design because she is like really into antiques and collecting and spooky things, and so am I. And I'm the only child that like inherited that from her.
Yeah.
Like our love of old weird things, and so
art.
And art, and so
You're
that's
an
our
art
little.
student.
You say spooky things. Do you mean like ghosts?
I'm talking about ghosts.
So
Have you ever come across a
so
ghost?
you see ghosts.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to admit this.
I think my dog sees ghosts. Was that a weird segue?
No, I think
Okay.
all animals do.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he'll just
my
stare at
cats for
things and
sure.
growl, and I'm like, there's nothing there.
Except for the little Victorian girl that you can see.
Except for the gaping hole in the corner of your room.
Don't
that
ever
you
say
can't
gaping
see.
hole on this podcast again.
No, say it more.
Is this the worst I've ever said?
No, it's just Alina says a lot of things that could be edited into something really great. So eventually I'm going to put all the clips together and make her say full sentences.
I can't wait.
Gaping hole will be in there.
It'll finally give me an edge. I won't have to get the mullet.
Finally, you'll be like that, like really inappropriate podcaster with fringe bangs.
But as a woman.
But a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love that for
Reference to Andrew Tate. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, if Andrew Tate's listening to this, guess what, buddy? We're not on your side.
We're against
Boom.
you. Okay, but you talked about your mom. That is a great segue into where did you grow up?
I grew up kind of all over the place. I moved a lot as a child and person. I was born in Oklahoma, but I moved to Virginia Beach when I was like 7 and lived there for 10 years. And then I finished out high school in West Virginia, went to college in Ohio, and now I'm here.
Is it because of your parents?
My dad's
work?
job. Yeah. Everybody was like, oh, you're a military kid. And I was like, no, my dad works for McDonald's. I'm a fast food baby.
The other big M of America.
Does he open stores? Why does he always have to move?
That's such a great question. And I wish I had an answer for you. Just kind of blindly accepted it as a youth.
know what my dad
He's like a
does.
district regional manager type thing. He like goes store to store. But yeah. Or something like he doesn't work for McDonald's anymore.
Who really knows what their parents do at work?
Exactly.
Like, they leave and then they get back and you're like, all right, I guess you printed some stuff.
Yeah, he would bring home Happy Meal toys in bulk, which was like the highlight of my childhood.
That could make you pretty popular pretty fast.
Wish it did, but it didn't.
So what were you like as a kid?
Weird. I was
No hesitation.
I know. I was like trying to think of like when was my awkward stage, and then I was like, oh, it like never ended and it never began. It's just always been. I was really into magic. I also had like at the age of 5, I wouldn't leave the house without a cape and a magic wand, and I also had a lot of silver teeth because when I was a baby, I had a really bad ear infection, and the medicine they gave me caused all of my teeth to grow and rotten. So I had like a mouth of silver teeth until I was like 10, and a bowl cut and a cape and a magic wand, and I would go up to strangers and be like, do you want to see a magic trick?
Oh, wow.
So that's what I was like as a child. Also really into like dragons. I can keep going.
I can't say I've ever seen a kid with a mouth of silver teeth.
I should have brought pictures. It was my 2 front teeth too.
We need you to send us photos so we can
Yeah.
put them on Instagram so people can see the reference.
I'll ask my mom to send some. I'm sure there's plenty.
Your mom seems cool. I think she would send it.
Yeah.
Usually people bring up their mom on this podcast
Yes.
and we immediately say, let's fuck her
up
up.
your mom. Fuck her up.
But yours seems great.
No, she was
Yeah.
very supportive. I mean, I was weird, and she was just like, yeah, I'll buy you a cape.
Do you
Fucking
know
weirdo.
where you
Did I
love?
say fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say fuck.
You can say anything on this podcast.
Great.
Trust me. Trust me. Where did your love for capes come from? Like, was it something on
what inspired
TV
the magic?
or
It must have been. I was also terrified of everything. Like the biggest scaredy cat ever. Like ghost magic. Like magicians would make me cry because I was like, how are they doing that? Like, what dark magic is this? But then I was also like, I need to learn their secrets.
Oh,
So
Okay, that's complicated.
it was a
Yeah.
really complex relationship I had with magic
It
growing
sounds
up.
like you were afraid of change. Me as a therapist, it sounds like you were afraid of change. Like the little tattoos scared
Yeah,
you, and
permanence
magic
maybe
yes.
scared me. Magic, everything scared me. But I also wanted to embrace it. So I don't even know where it came from.
It's just who you were.
It's just always who I've been.
So was it like a little like a black cape, like a like a magician?
Like tied around the shoulder, classic magician's cape. I think I had a top hat too.
Oh,
I would assume so.
Silk cape. I don't think you can have one without the other.
Yeah, no.
did you have one of those little sticks with like a?
Yeah, it was
Duck
just
head?
like the black stick with the two white
Yeah.
tipped ends, and it had like a string. I remember the trick was like the string like went around your hand, and you held it a certain way where it would like levitate in your hand, and I carried it
are you
everywhere.
You just gave away a secret.
The magic.
I'm never going to be
tricks?
invited to the
No.
Magic Castle now.
Do not step foot
Wait,
into
do
Vegas.
you think you could? If you auditioned, do you think you could make it into the Magic
I
Castle?
have no skills to share with them, but
Oh.
I would I would love to go. It's on my bucket
I
list.
just assumed you were still like a really great magician.
No. That was like the end of my career. I also really wanted to be a cat tamer at that age. Like that was my first dream job. No, not big cats, like house cats, but I wanted to tame them. And
I love that you even had the awareness of like that could be an occupation at that age. You like, you know what? I'm gonna
someone needs to
like, fuck
lead these cats
astronauts.
out.
Question for those of us wondering: is that an occupation?
It is for that one guy on Animal Planet that like goes
Oh.
into people's houses and helps
Oh.
them tame their
Yeah,
house cats.
I need that guy.
I think I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Do you have a cat that's
I
out
have-
of control?
Well, I have two cats. Mitch, who has one eye and is orange, and Dolores, and she has vertigo. Like she is always out of balance. She always looks like she's drunk and she should be holding like a martini. And they're both rescues, and I'm a good person, and
You're
Humble
such a
brag.
good person. You
And-
took the most fucked up cats from the
I go into the animal places and I'm like, show me the cat that no one's gonna adopt. And then I drive them home and I cry and I say, I'm gonna take care of you and you're gonna take care of me. So yeah.
Does Dolores like fall over? Or
Yeah, she falls over sometimes when she's just like walking or standing, just out of standing. But
That's cute though.
she's used to, she doesn't know it any other way. And they said like she's happy. So, but they don't get along. They bully each other.
Oh.
So they don't. I thought they were gonna like cuddle and you know like lick each other and sleep together, but they don't.
How long have you had them together?
Like 4 years,
oh.
and
well,
I tried everything.
Good luck.
I tried to
Okay,
like separate them and
so-
only have them come together when they eat. You know all that. So I think I need that guy.
Yeah, I wish I pursued that. I ended up going to art school.
Yeah.
Big failure, so I don't know what to
Dang it.
tell you.
So you can't show us a magic trick, and you can't help me with my cats.
Why am I even here?
What are any of us doing here? Speaking of what are we doing here, we'll be right back after this brief message from our amazing
Ooh.
sponsor. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Have a packed schedule this fall? HelloFresh has meals covered with a weekly selection of 30-plus recipes and 70-plus convenience items, all delivered to your door. HelloFresh is here to make your hectic fall weeknights a little easier and a lot more delicious. There are quick and easy meals, including 28-minute meals, low prep, and easy cleanup options. Take the stress out of any mealtime with time-saving, no-fuss recipes ready in a snap. I loved getting HelloFresh meals. I don't have a ton of time, and so to have everything portioned out for me with the directions, it was so easy and so quick to make a delicious dinner for me and my fiance. Go to HelloFresh.com/awkward16 and use code awkward16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. That's awkward16 for America's #1 meal kit. Thank you, HelloFresh, for sponsoring this episode. Okay, so this is
back.
awkward stage. So we're back. Yeah,
We're back.
So we need to know when your awkward stage was.
Okay. Well, I mean, started off strong with like my magician era. That was like the beginning of my awkward stages. And that like weirdness never went away. That awkwardness never went away. It just like transitioned and I hyper focused in other areas. So like when I was in high school, I was really into ghosts. And I would like make all of my friends do like Ouija board stuff.
I was always so afraid of them. And my mom was always like, don't do them.
Yeah.
Don't do the Ouija boards because then once you open a portal and like the demon can follow you around.
Yeah. And teenagers are stupid. Like you shouldn't be playing with stuff. Anyways. And then I went to art school. And how could you not go to art school and not be awkward?
Yeah.
One of the, like you reached out because I made a TikTok about like my first full-time job was at this art college. And part of my job, I got like stuck with hiring and training all of the nude figure models for my college.
Wait, figure models. What do you mean?
So like you have to draw and paint a lot of naked people at art school. So the people that like stand there in the buff and you draw and paint them. Yeah. And I don't know how I like worked in community education, but they were like, well,
someone's got
now you're hiring and training people to stand naked for 3 hours. And I was like, okay. I wear a lot lot and I've always said that.
Multitasker.
So people would just like send photos of themselves naked to my inbox. Like at my work desk, and I would be like opening my emails and they'd be like, here are my qualifications. And I'd be like, well, I don't think I'm gonna hire you.
Because like you wouldn't hire them if they really want to be
if you want it that badly,
I think that was said in the video as well.
Yeah.
Were you looking more for like, I don't really want to do this, but I need the money?
No, it's more like,
was that like the vibe?
They're more like indifferent, like, yeah, I can stand naked, I guess.
Okay.
They're like yoga teachers who are like,
yeah,
it's fine.
They're just like really comfortable with their bodies, like Europeans.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of weird old men too. That was awkward. I could just, let's speed roll this.
Let's speed roll through it all and then we'll pick
I was
one.
like scared of getting my hair cut for 7 years when I was in my youth.
Why?
So really
Another thing you're scared of.
Scared of everything.
Can we start a list?
So like in middle school and elementary school, everyone thought I was a girl because I had just really long hair covering my whole face because I refused to move it out of my face either.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so you're afraid of everything, but then you got really into ghosts. This is complicated. Because if you're afraid of everything besides ghosts.
Yeah, I think I was scared of ghosts too. I think I was scared of everything.
But you wanted to conquer.
Are you scared of us?
I'm so scared right now. I was so scared to press the buzzer when I got here because they were like, press the buzzer for the lady at the desk. And I was like, what am I going to say? What am I going to tell her? Oh my God. I was like,
but I relate to that.
Pounding in my chest. Yeah. I was like, I didn't prepare for this. I didn't know I was going to have to talk through an intercom. I was so nervous.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
Actually, the first time we came here, Alina waited for me at the door because we were like, it's locked. What do we do?
What do we do? And what do we say?
But what do we say?
I stood there for like 3 or 4 minutes. Like,
and then,
You should have just kept doing that. Just like press the button and just go,
I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here.
And nobody asked anything. And then I was kind of disappointed. Like, why did I put myself through that fear just now? I was like ready. Yeah.
To be interrogated.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It's just, life is just a string of anxiety-inducing tasks that we push through.
And that's show business, babe. Anyways.
Okay, but if we go to, okay, so awkward stages all throughout life, I think we all can relate to that. It kind of goes and comes in waves, and where you feel more comfortable with yourself and then you're like, no, I have to like tackle this next thing. But if you were to pick one that we can kind of like dive into a little bit right now.
Okay, maybe I guess middle school, because that's like everybody's most awkward. Like I still feel not comfortable in my body.
Yeah.
I love to be vulnerable. But I guess middle school, like, wearing jeans that were like way too tight, like shopping at Hot Topic.
Oh yeah, paint
Justin Bieber haircut.
paint the picture for us. Yeah, paint the aesthetic.
Yeah, like
And where are we now?
So
We're
swoopy.
in Minnesota. No, Wyoming.
Nope.
Ohio.
No, keep going though.
Kentucky.
This was Virginia. And Virginia Beach, and I had like the swoopiest hair you can imagine, so long.
Like the Justin Bieber front swoop. Okay.
Hot.
Yeah.
So hot.
Wasn't though. Pants so tight. Shirts from Hot Topic that were
said
so.
what?
Like the one I wore all the time was from Yo Gabba Gabba, which I never watched because it was a kid's show when I was like 14. But it had fruit on it, and then it said "Party in my tummy," and I wore it like every day.
Wait, Hot
Braces,
Topic
glasses.
does that make you like emo vibes?
More like scene kid.
Scene kid,
I guess.
okay.
Emo and heart, but I was too scared to be emo.
Another thing to be afraid
Wait,
of.
I want to call this
Emo.
episode just like
frightened.
too scared to be here.
The list. Yeah.
I'm frightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever restart therapy, you can just play them this episode and like give them a list of everything you're afraid of.
Yeah, like this is the prerequisite
Yeah, just
to
watch
be my
this.
therapist.
Also,
Yeah.
Alina likes to give therapy on this podcast.
Yes.
So.
So get ready.
I'm ready for it. And I remember everybody knew I was gay before I did, which is just like how it goes, I think, for a lot of queer people. But like my last name is pronounced Gaca. And so they'd be like, haha, Gaca, you're gay. And I'd be like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I was in choir, had like the highest pitched voice.
Oh.
I remember one time after a recital, this girl was like, you sounded so good. You didn't even sound like a boy. And I was like, I'm never going to sing again. And I didn't.
Oh, no.
But I think my most embarrassing middle school moment was I really liked this girl, and she was popular. She was with the popular, like, mean kids. But she was really nice.
Okay.
And we like sat next to each other in history, and we started to like become friends. And then we would talk on the phone, which was like, oh my God, middle school.
Wow.
That's really brave.
Wait, on your home phone? I don't know how old you
home
are.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, we didn't have like
Didn't have a cell
pagers
phone.
or any of that.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was
a
like
thing
in my
yet.
closet on the
Yeah.
well, metaphor, on my big phone. Like, I think I could like a girl. Maybe.
Did you?
I think I just liked her hair.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but
Did you have your own phone like in your room, or did you have to like steal that
Steal
one
the family
phone?
Yeah. And we went on a date to the movies, and we saw Baby Mama, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler.
That's not a date movie.
No.
That's
And
like
But it's a good
if
one.
you said what's the least romantic movie, Baby
when you're
Mama.
14.
You're like, what's ahead?
Is this romance?
Is this in our future?
And my mom went with me to buy my ticket. So we were like standing there with our moms while our moms bought our ticket. I think I was 13, if that makes it any better.
Yeah,
Probably not. And then halfway through the movie, we started making out. Yeah.
Wait, where were you sitting in the movie theater though? Because this is always important. Middle, yeah, with people
Back.
behind
We
you.
had the row to ourselves because it was like a matinee.
Okay.
Because it was Baby Mama matinee.
Baby Mama
and
matinee
your
with
moms
your
were
moms.
waiting on the sidewalk outside.
Were they?
No,
Did they come in?
Sitting behind us? No, they weren't there.
They were making out behind you.
That's why my mom's so
that's
cool.
a movie.
She was like, let's break the tension for them. There was like an old guy sitting next to us.
Oh.
And I was so nervous I forgot to breathe. So I was like, like heavy breathing. But I was like, this is so romantic.
Did you have a thing? What is it called?
The armrest up? Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember after I called her on the phone, it was at night, and I was like, worked up the courage and asked her out. And she was like, yeah, we can go out. Just don't tell my friends because they'll make fun of me.
No.
And I was like, oh.
You're
And
like,
that broke
oh, she
my little
loves
heart.
me.
And then I just ignored her and never talked to her.
Well,
Wait, so
rightfully
you
so.
made out
So
in
we
a
were like-
movie theater in front of an old man and then never spoke again.
Yeah. But everybody found out that we made out because I told my
Okay.
Everyone
then-
found out because I told everyone.
Everyone
everybody.
somehow found out from my mouth.
And then all of the boys were like, yo, fist bump. Like,
Oh,
I guess
God.
you're not gay.
Oh.
Way to like bag the cool girl. But then I like just was ignoring her and never talking to her because it hurt my feelings. But
You had a good reason,
yeah,
right?
I feel like that wasn't nice. But also, she was probably going through her most awkward times too.
Yeah.
And I
but-
was not a cool kid. So
Okay, but can we circle back to when you're in the movie theater
mm-hmm.
and you're sitting next to each other? They're pregnant on screen,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start the kiss.
All of them.
You initiate the kiss, or did she?
I think I blacked out.
You just like
I
going
remember
in.
she was like leaning on my shoulder. And then we were just making out. I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
just happened.
yeah.
I don't even remember.
That's how I remember
and
kissing.
I just remember not being able to breathe.
When I was like 14, I sat with this boy in the front row of a movie theater and made out for the entire movie in a full movie theater. And that's why I always ask who was around, because it haunts me every day who was looking at us that
Because
entire
nobody
time.
there was watching the movie. They were watching you guys.
And you
Two-
don't know how to make out.
Like
at that
two
age.
No.
You look
14-year-olds
like
making
fucking
out in the
weird.
front row. Like, that's got to be the main event, right?
God.
Like, there's
Yeah.
no way that goes unnoticed.
No.
When I think about that, my insides shudder.
Yeah, that's me every day of my life.
Okay, good.
I have another really quick awkward. I was like, can I just like
No,
spill
please.
everything?
We want them all.
Okay. I was like, it feels really good to get this off my chest. Last week, I went to a spa for the first time.
Like a wee spa, like a.
It was We Spa,
Ah.
Korean spa. So
Yes,
everybody's naked.
I've been to this place.
It was my first time. So nervous because I was fully naked and I got recognized.
Shut up.
Wait, that's so vulnerable to get recognized fully naked.
Yeah.
So it's just like someone fully naked coming up to you and like, hey, oh my God, I'm such a big fan of your TikToks.
It wouldn't have been that bad, but they couldn't remember where I was from.
No.
So they didn't fully recognize
Oh.
me. But also, I'm standing there in the buff, and he's like looking at me, and then he gets like really close to
No.
me, like a foot away from me, and his like hands on his hips, like, are you a fashion designer? And I was like, nope.
According to.
Yeah, it's like, because you love my, what, the
You
like
love
tea
my
towel I'm
fashion.
trying to cover myself with. And he was like, I just feel like I've seen you before. And I was like, yeah, probably. And he was like, what do you do again? And then I got embarrassed because I was like, he doesn't even know where I'm from.
Yeah.
So then I just started to like tell him everything. And I was like, I'm on TikTok. You can find me. My username's Ghost Honey. I post these kinds of videos. And I was like, let me recruit him as a
Please
follower. now.
remember
And he was
this.
like, well, keep doing what you're doing, man. And I was like,
Because
thank
I
you.
recognize your face.
Yeah.
It happened to
He
me
was trying to.
in the airport. Like, this guy come up to me, and he was on the phone. And he goes, hey! And I was like, hi! And he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We don't know each other. I watch you on TikTok.
Oh,
And then he
I
walked away and
watch you.
continued his phone call. And I was like, that was traumatizing. That was.
Yeah.
But I wasn't naked.
Like you caught him off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were naked in the airport, that would have been a whole nother
That is
awkward
so-
story.
I got a spray tan not too long ago to go to Nicole's bachelorette party in Vegas, which gave us all COVID. But I got a spray tan so I can be like really hot. And
Actually, Mark Cuban gave us all COVID.
oh yes, that's right. Mark,
We saw
thank you,
saw
Mark.
him at the
Call
day
him out.
party, and then all of a sudden, everyone had COVID. So
can't
Doesn't
that
take
can be
much
a
for this
coinky
art
dink.
student to do
You
1
tell
plus
me.
1
Yeah.
equals. Thank you, Mark.
1 + 1 equals Mark Cuban every time. Okay, sorry, I interrupted you.
I never got a spray tan before, and at first I put on. They have like little paper thongs that you can put on, and because it was one of those places where like a person sprays you, and so she came in and she was like. And I was like, are there going to be lines right here? Because I'm going to go to the pool in Vegas. And she was like, yeah, you can just take it off. She's like, honestly, like most people just take it off. And like most people are naked. I was like, okay. And then she sprayed me naked. And we had a little talk. And then when I was done later on, when I was paying, she was like, by the way, I'm such a huge fan. Like,
No.
I was like, okay, thank you. I'm a fan as well. You did a really good
I'm
job.
looking so even right
It's
now.
just like, it's so
insane.
weird.
Do you think she just said that to get you to take your underwear?
Yes.
Nobody else has
She
ever
was
done
like,
that.
I want to be
Yeah.
the one to see Alina Bock's
like,
vagina.
You can just take it off. Take it off. Take off your thong.
No.
No. It was all. Who cares? You know. But
Yeah.
I think
was-
it's really funny that a fan came up to you and made you do the work, though.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, who are you? It's like, a blow to my ego. Because at first it was like the highest of high and then the lowest of low.
Yeah.
I've never been to one of those spas. Worth it?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back since, so it didn't scare me away for good. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to that. It's that one that's like in Koreatown or like downtown adjacent. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been to that one with a couple of girlfriends. And it was fun
It's fun.
and awkward.
It's awkward.
Yeah,
but
it's
then
weird.
When you're not getting recognized, it's
Yeah.
fun. 'Cause, yeah.
So go and wear a mask, like a clown's
Some, like,
mask, or
giant
something.
sunglasses in the hot tub.
Look, now that you
Yeah.
guys are on the up and up, you're going to have to be way more careful about where you get naked. And that's just my general advice.
And that's good advice because
That's great advice.
my mom and aunts were visiting recently, and I live like above the highway, and I got them an Airbnb that was like right on the other side. So it's like, oh, this is so convenient. And then they were like, oh, we can see you on your balcony. I was like, I didn't know anyone could see me on my balcony.
Oh no.
So yeah, be careful where you're naked.
yeah.
That's the point of this. The message of this episode is be
Yeah.
careful where you
Don't
get naked.
get naked in public.
Okay, so I guess
now.
the advice would be better suited to give yourself at the movie theater, kid. That sentence was crazy.
Yes. We ask all our guests
Yeah, please help me.
to if you could give yourself one piece of advice to now to your awkward stage self.
Yeah.
And we would like you to talk to your middle school self.
You
Specifically
sound
middle
crazy
school self.
too.
Yeah, wow.
If you could give yourself advice at that age, what would it be?
I think I would say because being gay and being so nervous and uncomfortable and feeling like you have to hide for so long, like I didn't come out until I was like 20. I would just say to my younger self, like, don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Because there was just like every day it was like, oh, I feel bad because I feel like I'm wrong, and I feel guilty because I went to church school.
Oh, boy.
And I feel like I'm a walking beacon of sin, which I was, but no, just kidding.
But in a good way.
With your Ouija
So-
board.
My Ouija board, yeah.
Your Ouija board, your cape.
I was like, am I gay? Like asking the spirits.
The ghosts are like, yes.
Like, yeah. I would just say, like, don't feel bad about yourself. And, like, it's okay that you're, like, this weird little kid that's obsessed with magic and ghosts and dragons. And, like, you don't have to, like, bury that and bury who you are and what you're like. Like, it's okay. Just everything's okay.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
That's a great piece of advice.
It's beautiful. And now look at you embracing it all. It's like become your whole career.
Yeah.
Is embracing
Yeah.
all
Which
of
is
that.
wild.
Yeah.
Professionally vulnerable on the internet.
Which is always what it comes back to. Like, it's not actually, we weren't actually awkward. We were just being authentic and didn't fit into like the societal norms. But
Right.
it's actually what makes us special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you end up having to, like, heal your inner child
Yes.
by buying, like, a lot of, like, stuff that you
Yeah.
like
Yes. Yes.
with
By
money.
spending money.
And, like, buying all the things that you were, like, embarrassed of as a little kid and, like, were too ashamed to, like, have. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And getting
I've
tattoos.
been doing a lot of that, getting a lot of
And
tattoos
bangs.
and bangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has to do it. Put in the work. Get bangs.
Everyone has to get bangs. Speaking of bangs, we'll be right back after this message
After
from
this
our
bang sponsor.
incredible sponsor.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the amount of choices there are out there? Whether you're shopping for cereal or toilet paper, there are so many options. It's hard to know what's best for you. When it comes to finding skincare products that actually work, it's even more overwhelming. I was trying to clear up some acne for my wedding, and I was overwhelmed. I had no idea where to even look. Finding skincare products that actually work for you is complicated. And that's why we're so excited to partner with Apostrophe, the sponsor of this episode. Apostrophe is an online platform that connects you with an expert dermatology team to get customized acne treatment for your unique skin. Through Apostrophe, you can get access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. Simply fill out an online consultation about your skin goals and medical history, then snap a few selfies, and a board-certified dermatologist will create your first customized treatment plan. Apostrophe offers access to treatments for all types of acne, from hormonal acne to facial acne, even back, chest, and butt knee. They treat breakouts from head to toe. For me, I am constantly struggling with forehead acne, and it's one of those things that's just always in the way. So it's nice to use Apostrophe and use something that was formulated just for me to clear that up. And it was so fun unboxing the Apostrophe products. They came with a cute little postcard and stickers to personalize my prescription bottle. And I did not have to go to the pharmacy and wait in line to get the meds. We have a special deal for our audience. Get your first visit for only $5 at apostrophe.com/awkward. when you use our code AWKWARD. That's a savings of $15. The code is only available to our listeners. To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/awkward, AWKWARD, and click Begin Visit. Then use our code AWKWARD at sign up, and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode.
Okay, we're back. And now we're going to read some stories that you guys sent in.
Yay.
Don't forget to send us your awkward stories so we can read them on the podcast. It's at Awkward Stage Pod on Instagram, and you can DM us or DM us.
Yeah, that was right. That was correct. Yes.
Okay. Tyler, would you do the honors?
Yes. I forgot every single word for a second. That's so silly of me. This person wrote in saying, every time I listen to one of these, I'm thrown back into 6th grade when I cut my own bangs. Didn't like them and thought I could just shave the spot and change my part to hide the buzzed hair. So had to wear these every day. And they sent a picture of those like giant cloth headbands. So had to wear these every day, and my mom wasn't supposed to tell anyone. But then told all the soccer parents that my hair caught fire. And that's why it was so short. Oh no, your mom was so embarrassed of you.
She invented a story.
I love that the mom was just as embarrassed, so she was like, we have to just tell them that she caught on fire.
It has to be a fire hazard.
To make it into a tragedy.
Yeah.
I would rather tell everyone that under my supervision, my child caught fire than tell them that she cut her own
She
bangs.
was so stupid that she cut her own bangs.
The other parents are like, what happened to her hair? And she's like, listen, she's lucky to be alive.
Okay, this is anonymous, but I actually went to school with the person who sent this in, and I remember her wearing headbands.
Oh,
like, I remember she would always wear headbands.
she
and
shaved off her hair.
And I messaged her that when she sent me the story, and I was like, you are stuck in my head as headband girl.
Oh, because shaved off, that has to take so long to grow back.
It takes a while, and I'm sure it went through that awkward phase of like sticking out.
Yeah, I did that once. I like pulled my hair. I wanted like cute bangs that just like flow into your face and hang down into your face. You know what I mean?
Wisp.
Yeah.
I don't speak English. And I pulled my hair down when it was wet, and I just cut it right here, and then it goes bing. It just stuck
stick straight up.
And it was not cute.
You know who I blame for that? America's Next Top Model. Giving dramatic makeovers, because then you're like 13, like, I need a change.
Yeah. I need an edge.
I need bangs.
Yeah.
Also the confidence to just be like, I'm going to get this right the first time and just cut it this short.
Bad idea. Don't do it, guys.
Thank you for sending in that really traumatic story.
We love trauma.
And it feels really personal to me because I remember her headbands.
Yes. Headband girl.
I'm going to read another one from another one of you guys. It says, okay, so in high school math class, we went around introducing ourselves. The worst. These introductions turned into every student sharing about their pets. Every other student in the classroom had a live pet to share about. Well, I had no pets, and my past pets were all dead.
That's what makes them past pets.
My past pets are dead. I'm the third from the last student to go, and in that moment, I didn't think to just say, I don't have any pets. No, instead I had to say, I used to have hermit crabs, but one sat on the heater too long and fried himself, and the other ran away.
Oh.
Wait, but I like eating crab. Like, that sounds delicious to me.
You're in the class like, yum.
Fried crab? Is it lunchtime yet? This is making me hungry.
Snap for crabs.
Also, hermit crabs as pets is really funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, not to be too technical about this, but isn't a hermit crab really small? Wouldn't that like fall through a heater?
I'm calling bluff on your story.
Wouldn't the crab know to just like walk away?
It's like
Does
that
it have to
metaphor
sit there
where
and
you
you
boil a
place it
frog.
there?
Yeah.
Or was it like in
Alina,
water?
don't you know about boiling frogs?
No, what?
If
In
you-
French restaurants?
That too, but
Man, this is making me hungry. No. Frogs, if you put frogs in water and then you boil the water, like they don't detect that it's hot because
Oh,
it's
no.
changing
gradually.
Oh, that makes me sad.
But if you drop a hermit crab on a hot heater, it's like, ouch,
It
get
just-
me off of
it
this
just
thing.
fries.
But if you turn the heater on and it's winter and it's cold.
This kit was forever the dead hermit crab kit in school,
Yeah.
probably.
That's okay. There's worse things you could be.
Yeah, headband kid.
I
No.
hope you got a pet.
Yeah.
All right, I have the next story here. It goes, when I was 14, my mom finally agreed to let me have a bikini instead of a one-piece swimsuit, and I thought I was so cool, even though I was the biggest dork. Braces, zits, botched DIY bangs, held back by butterfly clips, you name it. When I got out of the water at the local pool, a group of cute boys kept looking and pointing at me, and I thought it must surely be because of my sexy new bikini.
Hell yeah.
So I flicked my hair, waved at them, and walked by, smiling seductively. When I got back to my towel, however, my friend informed me that one of my boobs was hanging out. Still cringing when I think of it.
Yeah, I mean, wearing a bikini is not an easy thing. You have to get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Boobs pop out.
And they were looking at you because of your sexy bikini.
Yeah, no, you're sexy one boob.
And you were so confident to like smile and be like, hey, boys.
Hey.
Hair
Aw.
flip. Aw.
I remember my first bikini.
Yeah, me too.
It was orange and yellow striped, and I also thought it was really sexy, and I look back at photos and I was a child. Like, it was not sexy.
I had a black bikini from H&M, and I bought one of those mesh, like it was for swimming, but it was like a mesh top in black as well, so it was see-through. And one time when I got back to the towel also, like the bikini had flipped over just a tad, so just like one nipple was just like shining through the mesh top, and I was like, oh, that's why they were finally giving me the attention that I always wanted. Female nipples, I'm
That's why
telling
you
you.
insist on getting naked in front of your fans now.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
attention.
Mm-hmm. It's what I learned as a teen, and it stuck with me.
And it works.
And it works.
Okay. Wow, so much great advice in this episode. Thank you so much for being
I know,
here.
so fun.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me get all of that off my chest.
Yeah.
I've just been sitting on it for years.
You're welcome.
Honestly, like, I'm just so happy to meet you in person, because I
Same.
feel like if I stared at you on my phone any longer, it was going to get creepy.
I feel the same way.
Oh, sweet. Nice. Okay, so where can everyone find you?
You can find me. Look in the camera. Hi, you can find me at on TikTok.com at Ghost Honey. On Instagram, Twitter, everywhere else is Tyler Gaca, Gaca. And I have my own podcast called Ghost Honey's Dream Machine. It's a fully scripted fiction narrative podcast.
It's
about
great.
Thank you. It's about me moving into an old haunted house in LA, and I play every character. And it's very weird. New episodes every Thursday.
And it's very soothing to listen to it
Thank
as
you.
well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
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 See you next time, and follow us at Awkward Stage Pod, and send us your stories and leave a review and tell your friends and comment.
All of that.
Yeah.
Okay, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.